development, every project, first we need to develop somewhere and we need to deploy that into another place, right?
Yep.
Because if we do everything, development and everything in production directly itself, that means it will directly impact on the business users.
Okay.
Right? We need a place to develop everything and for testing also. And whatever we have successfully developed and tested, that we need to move to live. What I'm trying to say here is there are two different environments that Salesforce providing. One is production, that it means live.
Okay.
The other one is for the development purpose and testing purpose, that is called as sandbox.
Okay.
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 I will write here. It's a production one and this is sandbox. Okay.
Okay.
Sandbox is for development, testing, all the activities will go here. This is and this is live. When it comes to sandbox, we have three kind of sandboxes. One is developer sandbox. The next one is copy sandbox. Third one is full copy sandbox. Okay. To log in into the production, we need to log in using this URL.
Okay.
To log in with sandbox credentials, you need to choose URL. Okay. You got any? Are you able to see that HTTPS test.salesforce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
For login into sandbox, we need to choose this URL. For login into production, we need to choose this URL. Okay.
So what is this? Like we already created the Salesforce developer account, right? So
Yes.
apart from that, we need to go through these two.
Yes. I'm coming to that point only.
Okay.
The thing here is, for developer edition, they won't provide any sandbox or production kind of. Okay. For the developer edition, we call it as a directly development also there, production also there only. It's a free edition, right? They won't provide those facilities for the developer edition.
Okay.
These are the paid editions by the companies, clients.
Okay. Okay.
For them, they will provide. Okay.
Okay.
These are, we are talking about paid editions. This is the free edition and this is only the production edition. You need to log in with login.url only. Okay. You will log in with login.salesforce URL only.
So the account which you created just now, it will not be useful in the companies, right?
It's the same features, everything available in the developer edition also, but we don't have different environments for the same client. Okay. One is development and one is production. It's not like that. It's in the same place. You can develop and you can deploy. That's it.
Okay.
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 There are no two separate places for developing differently and testing differently and for production differently. It's not like that. Okay.
No, I am asking that the account which we created just now, you created the trial version account, right?
Yes.
The developer.salesforce.com URL.
Mm.
So I am asking that URL will not be useful in the company side. We need to log in to login.salesforce.com, right now in the companies. So you are telling that
In the companies, if you log in into production, you need to choose this login.salesforce.
yeah, that's
If you are logged into sandbox, you need to choose test.salesforce. But here in developer editions, you only have to choose login.salesforce only. Okay.
okay.
If you are going to company, they will give sandbox for you and they'll give production access also whenever the requirement comes. Okay. And you they said about this is the task for you and you need to complete. Okay. They gave some task to you.
Okay.
And now you're not doing directly into their environment. Now you created your own org and you're trying to test it whether I am able to do that or not.
Okay.
If somebody says that whether it is feasible or not, somebody asks that whether this requirement is it feasible or not. So that you will come to developer edition and you will create that requirement in your own org and you tell that yeah, we can able to do that.
Okay.
Okay. For that purpose, we are mainly using this developer edition. Okay.
Okay.
Now you are clear, right?
Yep.
This is about editions that we have, like what are the in the live environment, how it will be. Now I will tell you what is these three different sandboxes. Okay. This developer sandbox don't have any live data. Okay.
Okay.
This having only 500 MB of live data. Okay. This full copy sandbox having complete data of live.
Okay.
Complete live data. Okay.
Okay.
Normally, this we are using for the development, developer edition. This we use for the QA. We call it as a QA for testing purpose. Internal testing. Okay.
Okay.
This we are using for the business users testing. We call it as a UAT, user acceptance testing. Okay.
Okay.
For the users, why they need full copy is they are directly want to test with data, right? The complete data which they already have in production, they want to test with that data only. So for them, we are providing full copy. For the testers, for testing, they also need some data. For that, we are giving them some records. Not all the records, but some records. Okay. For the developer sandbox, we don't need any records. We are developing. We are not testing there. Okay. We can also create our data, but it's not production data. Okay, in developer sandbox.
Okay.
Now this is about the sandboxes and production environments. Okay. Please remember all these things. The companies, it will be they call it as the terminologies like that only. QA sandbox, UAT sandbox, development sandbox, and productions. Okay.
Okay.
These are very important.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll go to the application. This is the application. We are calling it as a Salesforce environment. This itself also an environment. Okay. This is the only platform. This is only the application. Okay. Now, if you see this right topmost, there is a drop down. Okay.
Okay.
These are the applications that already Salesforce created.
Okay.
Okay. Every one name itself as an application.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told you yesterday, Salesforce is an application that, CRM is an application that developed by Salesforce. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With Salesforce environment, we are also getting this CRM application also. As I told yesterday, these are the applications that belongs to CRM applications. Okay.
Okay.
This sales, call center, and marketing. These are the
Okay.
applications that belongs to Salesforce CRM.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are this is the applications. Whichever you want to switch, you can select there and you can switch to that applications.
Okay.
The next one is, if you see these things, home, charter, account. Okay. These are all called as a tabs.
Okay.
These are all tabs. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you see this, there is a setup link. If you click on the setup link,
Mm-hmm.
then you can able to see this number of in the left menu. There is a sidebar, left sidebar. If you see this, administrator. These are the administrator part, which they will do daily actions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In this menu only, these are the internal options that you can go and do, creating users, creating profiles, rows. I will tell you one by one. These are the tasks that administrator will do. Okay.
Okay.
And this is the section where developers will go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This section. And this is the section where what's going in the Salesforce applications that it needs for the developer as well as administrator also. This one. Then monitoring section and this deployment section. This section, if you are to migrate data or code, whatever you develop to some other sandbox or some to production, you need to use this section.
Mm-hmm.
You are clear, right?
Okay.
This is the section the administrators will use.
Okay.
Okay. This is the section, build section. Developers will mostly use this section. There are many internal features are there. This is the top ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Internally, it involves so many things. This is the deployment section. I mentioned, I told you, right? It's used for the migration from one environment to another environment. There will be this is the monitoring section, and developers and administrators combinedly use this section. Okay.
Okay. So developers are completely going to use the build section, or they can use let's deploy also.
They will use everything, because first they need to develop from here.
Okay.
Okay. And initial setup they need to do from here.
Mm-hmm.
Initial security and everything that we need to provide to the client. Later their admins will do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maintain that thing. But initially we need to set up all the things. Then once completing the development, we are moving to production. That time deployment section will come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the meantime, monitoring section, what's going in the organization, or we are facing any errors and everything, there you can see and look at it with this one different features are there for different things. Okay. This section will be useful for that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These are the tabs. These are the applications and these are tabs. Okay.
Okay.
Now if you see this, there is one more drop down. Here you have logout, okay, and here my profile. If I am clicking on this one, then it will show all your data, your user details. Okay. Are you confused with anything about the user?
User details or what?
No, I'm asking. Here I'm using a terminology like user.
Okay.
Do you have any doubt on that terminology? Whether
User
I
is
explain more?
User is nothing but which we are the employees which using this application, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Here is the place. You can see all the related information about you. Okay. This is the name that you have. This is the profile that assigned to you, and these are the permissions that assigned to you. Okay. This tells about what are the permissions and you have, and the information related to you is there. Okay. And who is your manager and what is your timings. Okay. If you see here, and then what the permissions you have, and everything will be there here, and your login history, when you logged in and when you logged out, everything will be there here. Okay.
Okay.
You're clear, right?
Okay.
This is about this section. Now I'll go to I'll start creating an application, new application. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll create some objects, tabs, and everything for you. This is about initial environment description. Okay. Now I want to create a new application. For that I need to click on the setup first.
Okay.
Then I have to go to the create section, build. In build there is a create. In the apps, I'm clicking on the apps and I'm going to create a new application. These are the apps that already existed.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to create a new app. These admin things are point and click only.
Okay.
All admin work will be there in the point and click only. No need to use any coding kind of.
Okay.
A very little bit, that too in validation rules and all the things, if else conditions.
Okay. Okay.
Some functions will be there. Okay. Now I'm clicking on the new one. Okay. In Salesforce there are two kind of applications that you can create in Salesforce. Those kind are, one is custom applications, another one is a console application. Okay. Right now we don't want to I don't want to discuss about console application, that you will come to know later. Now I'm choosing custom application, that's a default one, and I'm proceeding further. Okay. If we just think about there, we can create two kind of applications. One is a custom application and another one is a console application. That's it. If you know this thing, that's enough.
Okay.
Okay. Here you can give the name of your application.
Okay.
Okay. I want to give as student management. I want to track student details, and about student I want to develop an application. For that I am giving a student management name. Okay. This is the label that is useful for the displaying purpose. Okay. This is the name where you can use for the while coding, and for the internal purpose we are using this name.
Okay.
Okay. For displaying purpose we are using label. For internal tracking purpose and internal functionality, logic and everything, we use this one. Right? You're clear, right? Why we are giving this label and name differently. And you can give what's the description, why you want to create this application. Okay, I'm giving to track student related information. Then when someone comes to say why we are creating this application, what is the use of this, then in the description you can say, and you can come to know that it's about student details and student related information. Now here you can select the image. Okay, right now I'm using default image, but you can click on this insert an image and you can choose your own image.
Okay.
It should not be, they're having a limit. It should not be more than 4 KB or 5 KB or 10 KB up to 20 KB. Okay, you cannot give the size more than 20 KB. Normally every company, their logo will come here.
Okay.
Now, it's the Salesforce logo. Right now it's a developer edition, that's why it's coming like this. Okay, while you're creating an application for the client, they will give some image that represents their company's logo. Okay, then you need to click on this insert image and you can select that one. Okay,
Okay.
okay, that you need to put it in some documents in our place first of all, then you can select from there. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm going further. If you see this, it is telling for creation of an application you need to complete 5 steps. Right now we are in the 4th step.
Okay.
Okay, and if you see this above application, this is the call center application, and these many tabs are there. Okay. Now I am creating a new application. That's a home is a common one. Home tab. Okay. Now you can add as many tabs you want. For single click, you can select that tab, and if you want to click multiple tabs, if you want to select multiple tabs, press Ctrl and then select multiple ones. Okay. Then click on Add. Here you see and which one, when you come to the application, this tab should open first. You can give any tab.
Okay.
Okay. Then I am going to the final step. To whom this application has to be visible. Okay. Why this security things I will tell you later. Because we are 100 employees in an organization and working in different domains. I'm working in HR domain and you're working in some software and someone working in hardware. For 3 of them, there are 3 different applications developed to track all the details. I don't need your software and hardware related application information. They don't need my application information. For them, we don't need to show them right application, this application.
Okay.
We need to give the access only what they want, what exactly they need. Unnecessary information will also cause some problems. Okay, what exactly they want, that we can give it through this profiles and users. Okay, that I will tell you later. Right now I'm giving this application access to everybody, and you can select this application as default. What is meant by default? When you logged into this Salesforce account, the first application it shows as your default one. Okay, normally default tab means it will open that tab. Default application means among these applications it will open that application, student management. Okay, I'm giving this as default for everyone. This is the default for everyone, and I'm giving access to everybody can able to see this application. Now I'm saving this. This is what creation of an application. Now your application is ready for work.
So it will show up in the list of applications at the
Yes.
right side top. Right. Okay.
Yes. See this?
Okay. Yeah.
Now what are the tabs that you selected while creating an application, that also come here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to select some more tabs also, you can go and select it here.
Okay.
In future, you want to select some more tabs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Click customize my tabs and select it, drag it, add it, and then save it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're clear as of now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we are completed application creation.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to create object. Then we will create tab. Okay. First we need an object for creating tab. That's why I'm going to create object. First, what is meant by object? Do you have any idea what is meant by object?
Yeah, object is nothing but it reference the real time event or something.
Yes. But in terms of Salesforce terminology, that's a coding terminology we are talking about. It's an instance, right?
Yep.
Here the object means standard database. It's a table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fields in the object means
Yeah.
table. These are columns. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to create a table. I want to store some information of student means in the regular applications we are creating database for that student, storing that information as a table and columns.
Mm-hmm.
Now what we need to do here in Salesforce, we need to create an object and we need to create fields for their specifications.
Mm-hmm.
Are you clear with this terminology?
Yep, I know.
Okay. Okay. Now we can, for creating object also, it's a point and click only. You can also create that one. That I will show you now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now I'm taking an I'm creating an object of student. Okay. First we'll discuss here. Then we'll go and create application, create object there. Okay. First I want to create to track the details of students. That's why I'm giving object name as student.
Okay.
Okay. And what are the features that student object have? Can you tell me what we can store in student object?
Student ID, student names, student
name,
gender.
Student ID.
Yeah, student gender, age, address, phone number.
Gender, address,
Yeah, address and
phone number,
yeah, phone number, department.
gender, phone number, age, let's take it for these things. These are, I think, enough. Okay. Now tell me, this is the object.
Mm-hmm.
For storing student name, what kind of data type that we need?
We can use characters.
Char.
Yeah.
In Salesforce, we have text, text area,
Okay.
long text, rich text.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. For now, what this means? Text can store up to 256 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Text area will store 1024 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Long text area can store 32,000 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Rich text area will store images also.
Mm-hmm.
That's the different types. That's it. But everything will store for the data. Okay. Now, for storing student information, the name means we can use text. That's right. We cannot use more than 256 characters, right? We cannot store.
Yeah.
Right. Now, student ID.
Yeah, we
To
can
store
use
the student ID, what we can use?
integer.
Integer, that's fine. But if you tell about student ID, it's a first organization name, whatever
Okay.
the
Then
institution, then some
data.
ID,
Yeah.
then again we can use test.
So text
Test
can
can
take
store,
only
can
characters, right?
store numbers also.
Oh, it stores numbers too.
Anything it can store.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So it's
Now email. Yeah.
it is like varchar in the database, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now for storing email, what kind of data type we can use for storing email?
So we can use text. So it can take anything, right?
If we can take text, then if I'm not giving a valid email address,
Mm-hmm.
then what will happen?
So we need to code the validation for this, right?
How much time it will take to code the validation? For satisfying all email kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
it will become a project.
Okay.
Okay. For that, Salesforce provided one email data type.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay. For
Okay.
storing emails, you can use email data type. For gender,
You can use text, right?
we can use
Text.
but gender we have like specific male and female or
Yeah.
none.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can use
There are three
radio.
only. These are the three only, right?
Yeah.
For this, we have a data type of pick list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For address, we will take the data type as
Text.
area.
Mm-hmm.
It can have 256 characters more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phone number. For phone number, we have a data type of phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For age, somebody sleeping, right?
Yeah. The roommates are sleeping.
Okay. It's the next field is age. For that, we don't need to expect any characters will come. Now
Okay.
there is a data type, number data type in Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shall we start creating object and fields?
Sure.
Okay. This is just keep it as a reference. We'll create one by one.
Okay.
First, for creating object, we need to click setup. First, up to your familiar with this application, I will go from top to bottom. Okay.
Okay.
First setup, then create, in build, create, then go to objects.
Okay.
As of now, there are no custom objects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm creating new custom object.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
Again, I told you. Sorry.
What is that schema builder? There's one more tab is there, right?
Yeah. Yes. The schema builder means it will show all the objects relations in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
That means how your database exists. Schema, total schema of your application.
Okay.
Okay, that will show in a graphical representation. Okay. First, once we created, after creation of this object, then we can go to the schema builder. It will just show the relations, what are the relationships exist between the objects. You can drag and drop it them, and you can see what exactly our database structure exists.
Okay.
Okay, that kind of. Okay, this is the first label name, and the next one you need to give as a plural. For student, plural name is students. Okay.
Okay.
The object name is student only. I told you label and name. This plural name will use for the tab purpose. Okay, we'll use this plural name for the tabs creation. Okay. Now these are the things that we need to fill. Right now, don't take it anything. If you are not able to understand, no problem.
Okay.
We will clear for in the next sessions. Okay. For the while creation of the object only, okay, it will automatically create one more field. That's a standards field. Okay, standard Salesforce field. We call it as a student name. If you are given any object, you can take it as a master, then it will come as a master name.
Master name. Okay.
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 In that kind, for every object, it's the one standard field will automatically come.
Okay.
That is this one. Okay. And there is another data type also there. Only two data types we can create for the standard field. While creation of object, we can create only two data types of the field. That's a auto number. I will explain you this later. Then you will get confused. Right now, if I am explain that one. I am taking student name test. Now we are creating object and first field also. These are the features. Allow reports. This object can use as in reports. We can create reports on this object if you check this checkbox. Okay, and these are the different features that available. Okay, I will tell you all these things, remaining things later. Now I'm saving. Now object gets created. If you see this standard fields, student name is there that we just not discussed about.
Okay.
There are other three standard fields also there. Those three are, one is created by, another one is last modified by, and third one is owner. Okay. If you are creating anything, for that you need to track who created this, who recently modified this, and who is the owner of this record.
Okay.
That is very important in CRM technology to store all these informations. Okay. You created one record. Okay. I should not change that record because that's you are the owner for that record. If I am the owner for any record, it should not change by you. Okay. This kind of terminologies, it will come here and it will tell who created, who last modified. Anyway, we need to track. Somebody did some changes, that will come to know who did the changes. If somebody can have access and they did, but without intimate you, they did some changes on your records.
Okay.
You should notice that, right? You're clear, right? Because the voice is very high for
Okay, but I don't have space outside.
Okay, that's not a problem. If you are able to understand me, that's fine for me.
Yeah,
I don't have any problem. Okay. You understood, right? Why we are having these standard fields? Okay. Now I'm creating tab. We will add the fields next. Okay. First, I will create a tab for this. Then we can create fields, remaining fields.
Okay.
For creation of tabs, we'll go here, or otherwise first we'll create fields, then we can go for tabs. That's better, I guess, right?
Okay.
Okay. I will create quickly, and I will tell one or two fields, and I will create.
Okay.
These are the data types. You understood where this is the custom fields.
Okay.
Okay. Where I'm clicking on the new one, then it will ask you to choose data type. There you can have whatever we discussed as of now on the data types. Okay, these are the data types that will come one by one. First, which one we are trying to create. Student name is already completed. The next one is student ID. Student ID. We want to take it as a text.
So everything will be we don't need to write any code here, right? Everything will be available like this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All the data types, objects, everything will be available.
Yes. Because of that reason only,
Okay.
if you have any application, want to create an application, it will take 2-3 months in Salesforce, and in other technology it will take 2-3 years. That was the difference. Okay, for student ID, what is the maximum length that we can give? Up to 80 characters.
Yep.
Up to 80 length.
Okay.
Okay. For now, just for if it is not exceeded, also not a problem. It should not exceed.
Yeah.
If it is less, also not a problem. It should not exceed. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm thinking on the next one. There are total 4 steps for field creation. Right now, we are in second step. We are moved to third step. Then I told you before, this field, how many people can able to access this field. Okay. I am giving everybody can able to access this. If you want to select individually, you can select it.
Okay.
I am going to next one.
So if we click on read only, the other users can only read the data, right? They cannot change anything, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
If you click for not all the users, you give it is for you. It's editable. For reminding them, it should only readable means you can check in their profiles read only.
Okay.
It's not for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I'm saving.
Okay.
And we don't have time. It will take another 15 minutes. Is that okay?
No problem for me.
Okay. Because we started 10,
Yeah.
5 to 8 minutes late, right? Not a problem. Okay, the next field I'll quickly create. The next field I'll take it as an email data type. And I'm giving email, directly email only. The name also email, and I'm going to the next.
Field label means what is that label? The field name we are giving.
Yes. I will tell you. You just keep with you that one question. Okay. I will tell you. Okay. And the same type kind of visibility, accessibility to the others, and I'm giving to everybody. And if you click on save and new, it will ask you field. You created one field and you want to create another field means save and new. If you don't want to create any new field, just save it.
Okay.
The next one is phone field. I'm giving also a phone, and I'm taking the next. Here save and new. Okay. Is that screen is buffering, or you can able to follow
No,
my screen?
yeah, I can follow, but it is a bit slow. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will give access to you this org. Okay.
Okay.
You can also log in and you can do what you can check what I did. Okay.
Okay.
You can go through that. That's not a problem. And I will create it slowly. Not a problem for me. Pick list. Now I'm creating gender. Pick list type. I taken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to give in the below line.
Yeah.
Okay. None we don't need to give. It
Yeah.
will automatically come. Pick list value none. It will automatically come.
Okay.
If you want to put any value as default value, male or female, you can select that one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you can give. Okay, right now I'm not giving anything.
So is the description is mandatory or it is optional?
It's optional.
Okay.
If it is a red color bar is there, then only it's mandatory.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm creating another field. We completed some number age. Yes, we have created age field. Age is a number field. It's a length 18 digits max. Okay. You can use this as a currency also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you give it's a 2 digits, it's 1.00 it will come. If you give 0 means if you give 100, 100 it will come. Okay. Understood? Decimal points means points will come in paisas. 110 paisa. You understood?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm giving 0. For A's there is no points, right? That's why I'm giving 0 decimal. If you have any type of data that having 0 points, then you can also mention there 1 or 2 decimals. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to capture. Is there any other fields are left or we completed almost all? Age, phone number, address is pending, email completed, student ID completed, student name completed. Address pending, save and new. Okay.
Okay.
It's a text area I'm taking for address.
But that's why the results imply. Not next. I mean next time if I go there, maybe this month I die. So it's
Okay. Now I don't need to create any new fields. I'm just stopping after saving this. Okay.
Okay.
Then it will redirect to the object detail page. We call it as object detail page. Okay. Where you can find the object and the standard fields and the custom fields. This is the field label. This is the API name. This is the data type. Okay. Now I will tell you about something about API name. This is the API name which will use in coding to represent this field. Okay.
Okay.
In code, if you want to use this field, you have to use this API name.
Okay. Okay.
Now you understood, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we completed object creation, and I'm going to create tab for this. Okay. Now I'm clicking on the tab creation. Here in tabs, we have 3 kinds of tabs. Just leave it the 4th one. It's a new one. Right now we don't need. For the first 3 tabs, we created a custom object, right?
Mm-hmm.
For that, we need to create a custom tab.
Okay.
Okay. If you created a Visual Force page, for that you want to give a tab, you have to create Visual Force tab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to, when I click on tab, it has to open a Google page. Then you have to click web tab, create web tabs. Okay, understood? Clear?
Okay.
You created custom object. For that, you need to create custom tab.
Okay.
If you create any Visual Force page, your own custom page, for that you want tab. For that, you need to create Visual Force tab.
Visual Force is it's a programming, right?
It's a HTML kind of markup language, which is Salesforce technology. Salesforce markup language.
So if we use Visual Force tabs, so we need to create the code or
Yes. First, there we need to select Visual Force page. That should be developed custom.
okay.
Custom Visual Force page. Okay. Right now we created a custom object. For that we will create custom tabs only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then selecting tab style. There are some tab styles that we have Salesforce provided.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see H1?
Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm selecting student tab. Then for that only get just selecting this one. And then go to next one.
I can show you the RC.
Here you can select this tab you want to give directly, you want to display it here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For all the profiles, you want to display it here, or you want to display for some of them. Okay. In that kind of, you have to select. These are the three options. Default on means it can display here directly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the menu, top menu. Default off means when you click on plus, some other tabs also displayed, right?
Okay.
Observe.
Yeah.
That call it as a default off. It won't come here, but you can able to access after clicking on plus symbol.
Okay.
Tab here means that tab cannot be accessible by the user.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are the three options that we can give this kind of security to the user.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm giving this is the default on for only particular users.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Default off, and then selecting I am the system administrator. I'm taking this as a default on only for me, only for my profile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right now we are system administrator profile. Okay. We can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You understood what is meant by system administrator here? We are the admins now. Only
Okay.
admins can able to do this kind of creations and everything. For that there is a separate profile in Salesforce. That's a system administrator profile.
So whoever created this object, they are the administrator, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. You are clear, right?
Okay.
Now I'm giving only for the system administrator. It's able to access. For remaining them, it's a default off. Whenever they click on plus, then only
Okay.
will
Then
be
it will
available
show.
for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Next, and what are the applications this tab should come? I don't want to display all the tabs. I want to display only our student management.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, who are the users can able to see it. Okay. Now, in which application that should be available? Okay.
Yeah, it's available.
Next, save.
Yeah.
Now, if you see this student management, it's available.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, you are clear, right?
Okay.
Now, we have created one student.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. I didn't listen to what you said now.
Just give a second, restore. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Hello.
Vendor అయితే సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నా లేదా? Hello, Rajiv.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some network issues.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Still, you are able to see my screen, or can I share again?
No, I'm able to see.
Okay. Okay. Now, finally, for creating all this application or object or tabs, finally we want to store some data, right?
Yeah.
Now we are going to create records. We are call it here it as a records. Okay? Everywhere it is records only.
Yeah.
Okay. Now when I click on this one, it will ask if it is an existing records. It will show it is like this. Okay. There are no existing records as of now because we created recently. Now I want to create